Good morning, everyone. Richard here at Calvin Wazoo with another episode filled with wise words from the departing. Eat your greens, especially broccoli, and wear sensible shoes. So, yes, we are recent finds number 29, and this is devoted entirely to this utterly amazing box set I recently acquired, and that is Coil's box set, Moon's Milk in 4 Phases. Really handsome box set with 3 LPs, a compilation of previously released EPs packaged together into this very, very nice box set. A little background for those of you who may not be familiar with Coil. This is a ambient industrial avant-garde experimental project that was formed in London in 1983 by John Balance. It was a solo side project from what he was doing with Psychic TV at the time. But it became a full-time project in 1984 when Balance partnered with Peter Sleazy Christopherson. Now, Christopherson was a founding member of Psychic TV and also with Throbbing Gristle. They were both partners together, not just musical partners, but romantic partners as well. Balance died in November of 2004 at the age of 42, very young. It was a home accident. And then Christopherson died in November of 2010 at the age of 55. So both quite young when they died. Young to me. Anyway, this is a fantastic limited 500 copy edition. They're not numbered, however, and it's on orange vinyl, and the hype sticker, says it's transparent vinyl. I can't let this slide because I really get irritated by the inappropriate use of the word translucent and transparent. Okay, transparent means you can see through it. All right, it's like a window. Translucent means that light can pass through it, but you cannot see through it, or it would be somewhat cloudy. So we've got this, it's very nice orange vinyl, but the way you check is you look at the dead wax section of the record, and I can see the outline of my fingers through the dead wax, but they're not clear. I couldn't necessarily lay this over text and read the text. If I could, then it's transparent. And the mislabeling of this is just, I'm a writer and an editor, so that just really bugs me. Anyway, enough of that, all right? So yeah, this is a limited edition. It's unnumbered, but 500 copies, and it puts together the 4 seasonal EPs that were released in 1998, and then in also January of 1999. So those EPs would be the Spring Equinox, Moon's Milk Under an Unquiet Skull. So that was from 1998. Then there was also the Summer Solstice EP, Bee Stings, subtitled, from 1998. Then the Autumn Equinox, Amethyst Deceivers, from 1998. And then Winter Solstice North, which was released in 1999, although the intention was to also release it in 1998. And then there is a bonus material taken from the EP 2002 EP Moon's Milk in 4 Phases that was later released on CD, titled Coil, which was released in 2019. The recording was remastered by Josh Bonatti, and then its production was overseen by former Coil members William Breeze and Drew McDowell, and the fantastic artwork was done by Stephen Stapleton. So yeah, let's take a moment to look at this artwork. And so on the front cover, we got this beautiful image here. On the back, this very beautiful image, which has this ability to, you can view it in two different ways, other than, like, this is like the main image is like this blob with these tentacles that are reaching out. Or you could say this is, you know, the image, and that these are overlay like fingers or something, or they're monoliths, and this is like a sky, something like that. It's really quite interesting. Beautiful, and also very sturdy cardstock. Nice production. And then each of the individual sleeves are these remarkable reproductions of the EP covers. So, you know, we've got this one here for albums, side A and B, with the artwork that was associated with that EP. Then we have this inner sleeve, again, just remarkable artwork, reminiscent of the original EP release. And then the third one, yeah, we got this just really fantastic artwork going here. This is such forest-like, you know, you can see the trees and then the undergrowth here and these large insects flying around. It's really amazing. With this one, you can see these like human figures reflected in what this may be, ice and water mixed or something. Just really amazing stuff. Then, continuing with the exceptional package, is you have these poly-lined inners that go with each one. So, absolutely fantastic packaging job with this. Everything just really done well. The pressing is also fantastic. This was released by Dais Records, and it is so, the pressing is so quiet. I have given this a listen both through my speakers on my system as well as with headphones. And we're talking just really great sound separation and just dead silent wax. Mine does have a very small, barely audible tick caused by probably a scratch that was introduced during the packaging process, is my guess, which is kind of disappointing. But as I say, it is barely audible, and the only time I really can hear it is when I'm listening with the headphones. But it's not that kind of a tick that really is going to irritate me like crazily and make me go, shit, I wish I had a better copy. No, it's not that bad. But, you know, mine does have that flaw, so I can no longer call this near mint, the wax anyway. Musically, the material is primarily drone in style, as is typical with a lot of Coil's material. There are some moments where you have some strings providing this very cinematic feel. And then there's also some moments with some electronic noise and something that comes close to musique concrète. So there are also other unofficial releases of this particular release in different color variants. But yeah, those are the unofficial ones, and this is the official one by Dais Records. Just really, really superb packaging. Okay, so let's start talking about the material that's on this record. All right, it begins with from the material from the EP Spring Equinox, which was released in 1998. And this includes tracks A1 and A2, which are titled Moon's Milk Under an Unquiet Skull, Part 1, and then Moon's Milk Under an Unquiet Skull, Part 2. So Part 1 has these droning voices that are backed by organ and bass. And then Part 2 is similar, repetition to some degree of Part 1, but some strings are added, creating this like buzzing, this almost insect-like sound. So all through each of the different seasons, so to speak, the music is very reflective, you know, of that season. This is the material from spring, all right, spring equinox. So that little insect buzzing, you know, is really quite suitable for, you know, the material. Then we get to the tracks that go with summer solstice bee stings. Now this would include track A3 and then all of side B with tracks B1, B2, and B3. So the A3 track is the titular piece, Bee Stings, which I swear has a musical quote or reference to Brian Eno from the Roxy Music years, from the song Out of the Blue. And there's the lyrical content. One of the, again, we're talking about summer, all right? So one of the lines in the lyrics is, be an idiot, be yourself. I mean, you know, so summer is, you know, the portion of, you know, youth and that, you know, it's all right, be an idiot, but be yourself. Really nice line going in there. Then we come to the track Glowworms Waveforms. This offers a series, and let me, you know, again, I'm going to hold up the sleeve for this. This offers a series of questions being posed against this backward tracking of rhythm. It's a backward rhythm track, I should say, with this low drone going all the way through it. So some of the questions are, you know, just being presented are, where's the bells? Where's the bat? Where's the summer? Where's the keyboard? Where's the instinct? Where's the patience? Where's the tiny golden book? Which that part there is a reference to a song or track by that title that appears on a later album, and that is Music to Play in the Dark 2. Right, in the title of the track on this is Tiny Golden Books. Then the next track is Summer Substructures. The voice in here is almost chant-like, but it's uncontrolled. So it breaks at times, like an adolescent's voice. And the strings in this are just absolutely beautiful and lush. And that's going to be my first needle drop here for you to listen. really beautiful material. In fact, this might even be one of my favorite tracks on the whole release. I'm going to give you a little bit more that focuses more on the strings. Isn't that just absolutely lovely? And then this portion closes out with a warning from the sun, parenthetically, for Fritz. And this is an homage to a friend who had committed suicide. And we're getting a little more of the industrial feel in here. We've got some chaotic sounds. And then there's this feel of an old record, you know, the distortion and crackling and repetition of an old record, 78. And then the vocals coming through that are shrill at times. And then there's this beam of droning slide guitar going through it all. You know, so it's, you know, it's like we're, you know, the notion of we're talking about Fritz, who committed suicide, you know, the end of summer, you know, leading toward older age, decay, death, you know, the progression, the seasonal progression, really, really excellently done. Then we get to the next portion, which is all of side C, and that is the autumn equinox, Amethyst Deceivers. This was also from 1998. This is the jacket that goes with this. And it begins with the song Regal, which is this brief instrumental that has some unintelligible voice and some howling going on. And then this leads into Rosa Decidas, which is this mournful, ethereal lament. To me, that's the way to describe it. Really quite, it's beautiful but mournful in the way, you know, in much the way that autumn can be that way. Autumn also is my favorite season of the year. Then we go into the song Switches, which is another instrumental that has this very droning industrial sound that's kind of like out of a sci-fi film. So again, it just has this an ethereal, in a space sound, not necessarily, it's both space in terms of volume, but space in terms of, you know, outer space. Then we come to the song, The Auto-Asphyxiating Hierophant. This begins with this very big, ponderous sound that is slightly distorted at times by tape speed changes. Now, a Hierophant is a Greek mythological being who was an interpreter of ancient mysteries, ancient sacred and mysteries and arcane principles. And so this interpretation, what the Hierophant is doing, to me, is providing this very ominous and portentous anticipation of dark ends. All right, again, we're talking about autumn, you know, leading, you know, into the next season, which is a season, you know, that is of death. This is a season of decay, and we're, you know, getting close to death. Then we have the song Amethyst Deceivers. Now, Amethyst Deceivers is an actual name for a very deep violet mushroom that gradually fades to, the color fades out. And it's edible, but it can also absorb arsenic that may be present in the soil. Plus, it is very similar in appearance to a poisonous mushroom that is also a deep violet that gradually fades into a whitish cream color, called the lila fiber cap. So the amethyst deceiver has a double potential to be deadly. So despite its edibility, it can be deadly if there's arsenic in the soil, because it will absorb and concentrate that that arsenic. Plus, it can look very much like this lila fiber cap, which is very poisonous. So it's that deception, is really well noted. And then the song itself has some just delightful acoustic guitar in it. A variation of this also appears on the release here, the Ape of Naples. So that's another variation that has been released. That's going to be a needle drop I'm going to play for you from the song Amethyst Deceivers.
They are your future, our fathers and mothers have failed to raise us.
Just absolutely brilliant. All right, so now we are moving to the fourth season, which is all of side D. Excuse me. And that is the winter solstice north. This was recorded in 1998, but it was intended to be released in 1998, but for some reason it was delayed and wasn't released until 1999. As I said, it is all of side D. The first track is called A White Rainbow, and which is dominated by these dolorous strings, a cello and violin. Just really, really beautiful composition. That is also a needle drop I have for you.
Moon's milk spills from my unquiet skull and forms a white rainbow.
So things turning into this white rainbow in the winter. And kind of a little bit reminiscent, that kind of image that I get, with the artwork that goes with Music to Play in the Dark too. Then comes the song North, which has some very simple lyrics. And primarily the line, "This black dog has no owner. This black dog has no odor." Now, the image of the black dog is commonly associated with depression. Winston Churchill talked about his depression as being a big black dog that would show up, in his office or something and just sit there and would not go away. But also, this is referencing in British folklore about a ghost dog that also, had no odor, being a ghost. And it was a portent of death. We are in the 4th season. Then we have the song Magnetic North, which is this very atmospheric, perhaps conjuring an image of the northern lights across the vast wintry landscape. It's just, again, bringing in that 4th season. And then it closes with Christmas is Drawing Near, which is a traditional song, and it's beautifully sung by Rose McDowell. Really, really quite wonderful. Now then, the final album, the final vinyl, is from the bonus disc of 2002's Moon's Milk and Four Phases, and it has a bonus track, as I said earlier. So this is taking up sides E and F, and it also was released, as I said, as a CD called Coil, which had the bonus track on it. So this opens with the song Coil, which is primarily bells that are hit with soft mallets, or they may be rubbed, such as like singing bells, if you know what they are, that if like you rub a mallet or your finger around them, you will get this tone rising out of the bell. And then later in the song, you get these like eating sounds and then some vocals that are difficult to understand. Then the next song is Bankside, and this is the previously unreleased song. It was not released until 2019. It's an instrumental that has a very orchestral and cinematic feel. And it has this melancholy feel, this melancholy tone and aura to it that has like a soul that is echoing Bach cello suites. I have a needle drop for that. Give this a listen. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful music. Then the next track is called The Kappas Meet. And this is an epic poem that is set to a drone. And I've only listened to this twice, and one time I was really following along with the lyrics. And I'm going to have to listen to it again. Initially, the epic poem kind of strikes at first as being meandering and lacking focus, but I think that there is some linearity to it, and I just need some future listens to grasp a little more what's going on. And then the final piece closing out the entire album is Upel, Incense Offering, which is another instrumental. So, yeah, this is just a really totally amazing box set collection here of the material from these previously released EPs. As I say, with just really exceptional artwork and packaging. I strongly recommend this. I mean, some of you may already have the EPs either on the as they were released in 7-inch singles, and some of them were also, or they were also released in CD. I've read some reviews at a couple of them, the sound quality, I'm presuming about regarding the 7-inch singles, not all that great, but I'm here to tell you that the sound quality, the remastering that was done with this is just outstanding. I am so glad I picked this up. You know, this collection is turning into a favorite already of Coil's. And I tell you that, I mean, I love everything that they've pretty much done that I have acquired. So it's all great work. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hey, leave a comment in the down under, especially if you have the original different EPs, whether they might be on CD or if they are on 7-inch vinyl. You know, leave some comments in the down under. Love to get those comments. You can find me on Instagram as NewsDude76, that's NEWZDUDE76, and I have a Facebook page called Calvin Wazoo. Thank you for putting up with this. Please hit the like button, and if you want and you haven't already, please subscribe. But you know, smashing that like button really helps with distribution of the content. Apologize a little bit for my, you know, my voice here, kind of sounding a little scratchy. I just came back from a very long trip, and I have a tendency to get these like minor colds, you know, especially when you spend 30 hours in airplanes and airports, you know, breathing that air. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. And always remember to pray for the people inside your head, for they won't be there when you're dead.